Welcome back again to outfit7 News. And today is the 24th of April 2026, and again we're back for the news.
I got to agree with Tom because 24th of April is another day for outfit7 News to continue on because an important news that outfit7 News has a final April date for tomorrow.
Yep, which is April 25th. That's the final date is tomorrow, which is the final news. So anyways guys, let's go ahead and start with our headlines.
GTA 6 release date.
DSTV streamer has revealed for a new DSTV decoder console.
And finally, G20 Miami 2026 held for USA in compared to South Africa country.
And coming up in sports, Sunderland playing Nottingham Forest is playing today in Premier League at 9 p.m.
And as for a record, that weather for Ginger is still enabled for after the final news as well for tomorrow. There's also that, so stay tuned.
Welcome back to outfit7 News. And guess what guys? It's Friday. Yeah. Anyways, and by the way, today is the 24th of April 2026. So let's start with the news.
First off, story news is a GTA 6 release date.
GTA 6 is a prequel to GTA 5. GTA 6 is coming out 2026. They revealed it's coming out 2025, but they moved to 2026 because GTA 5 was released in 2013.
Because it's supposed to come out in May 2026, but instead, it delayed for only for 2 days. They first revealed for May 2026 and then for November 19th now for 2026.
In 2026, GTA 6 says that from Rockstar Games, when they develop all GTA franchises, they still like to delay that because they feel like they want to complete more about the story from the game itself.
But for GTA 5 for Xbox 360 version, it has 2 discs because one is an install disc that goes into a hard drive or the USB, and disc 2 is play disc, which plays the game from itself.
Because that is why they changed from the story from GTA. Because in 2008, GTA 4 was released, then 2013 GTA 5, because due to the massive success of the story of the game itself.
While Rockstar still owns for PC because it started this. In 2002, GTA 3 was released because due to the massive success or probably the story itself from the comic.
For GTA 6, this is going to be a massive storage because the PlayStation 5 is 100 or 150 gigabytes, while the Xbox Series X will be 110 gigabytes.
And finally, GTA 6 says it has a creative choice for November 19th, 2026, because that today will have a creative choice so the story can be completed and then release the game itself.
Here is the next news. A DSTV streamer has features compared to the decoder. Features apps, channels, and even more features on the DSTV streamer decoder console.
DSTV Streamer is a popular decoder from DSTV. It starts from this. It includes Netflix, YouTube, Disney+, and more.
For DSTV Streamer, it works perfectly well with apps, because DSTV Stream acts for channels and only for apps, nothing else. It's almost like DSTV Explorer models.
Well, unfortunately, DSTV Stream has no record button, because unlike DSTV Explorer models, these only feature volumes, controlling channels, and apps only.
Because DSTV began this in 2013 or 2012, it started from multi-choice incorporation to say about DSTV to confirm for the models.
Netflix, Disney+, YouTube, Showmax, and more, these apps are included into a system itself. It's almost like Explorer, but just with apps into it, because the only apps you can stream, because that's what they call streamer from the decoder itself.
And finally, DSTV, known as Multi-Choice Incorporation, said about DSTV Streamer is affordable to buy it, but unfortunately it's expensive. It is 110 rand, so you're gonna have to make it affordable if you have money for that one.
So here is ads. Well, before we begin with the ads, we just want to note that the second ad will feature at the beginning about 1 year repairing, and that's it. So anyways guys, enjoy and stay tuned.
Rama is the vibe. ShopRite Petivibe. It's Rama time at ShopRite, and that means saving is green. Contestant looking like a delicious rainbow nation. Are you ready for the Rama quiz?
Yeah.
How much can you save with ShopRite's Rama this week?
It's obvious, 35%.
Ish bangani. Sorry. ShopRite saves you up to 40% this Rama. It's ShopRite's Randorama. Save up to 40% for 1 week only.
Snotties and Flemings are gaining ground. New game plan, ACC.
Make the winning play with ACC and say goodbye to the Snotties and Flemings. If it doesn't say ACC, it's not ACC.
Welcome back again to outfit7 News. And unfortunately, the ACC ad features coughing from in the beginning because it's from the coding flu, obviously.
Exactly, because when we saw season 4 Talking Tom and Friends in 2020, when there was COVID in South Africa, because due to the bad germ is the name of the episode, and that's why it's showing that.
So let's go ahead and start with the last top story.
So here is the final headline top story news. The G20 Miami 2026 held for USA for documents named for Donald Trump.
Now, G20 Miami 2026 features about documents or agreements from the USA to keep in mind for keep safe from the other countries.
Well, they not just do for USA, they also do for Malaysia, which is not the right thing, because they're probably having a war or probably having crimes or something to protect the people for a reason.
There's maybe because of reasons, because in 2018, the skyscraper building crashed into flames, while G20 said it exploded by a building.
Then also in 2018, a devil's breath having came before COVID in 2019, because the reason why they're doing this, because due to the grasp of USA's government.
The only problem is that USA's government doesn't even care than South African government. Because why? Because the only problem that USA is not doing choices in South Africa. Because due to the reasons, because of lack of the country want to fight.
The only one reason, because in 2009, Las Vegas tried to make choices, but instead they tried to use the USA to move with it. So the people could be safety without shooting, but they made it wrong.
And finally, G20 Miami 2026 is more successful than G20 South Africa 2025 from last year. There might be more done documents for next year 2027, but we'll see what happens.
Alright, so that's it for the news. We're not done with the news just yet. From the headlines, we've got sports. So go ahead, Angela.
Welcome back with Sports with me, Angela. Excuse me, that was my energy. So here is your one sport today. Tottenham are playing Nottingham Forest is playing a Premier League today at 9 p.m. So the reason is that we don't know if Sunderland will win, but I think Nottingham Forest will win, but we need to see what happens to watch the game first. If you don't watch the game first, you can watch it, it's fine. You watch on DSTV stream if you watch the full game or highlights. And we need to see what happens to watch the game. I think I'm going to choose Sunderland to win because he's the best player in the world. And that's all the sport I have for you today, and I'll see you for the next sport because tomorrow is the final news. If there's one from the Saturday, there will be. So back to you, Talking Tom. Excuse me again. That was a sneeze allergy. Back to you, Talking Tom and Ben. Thank you very much, Angela. I think you're supposed to get syrup for your nose, I think, but you will feel better anyway, but you need to deal with it. So anyways, last thing, here's the weather with Talking Ginger. Welcome back to Weather with me, Ginger. So here is your weather forecast for the... Geez, I just slipped. Anyways, so here is your weather forecast. So tomorrow, Cape Town will be sunny. And it's 26 degrees, unfortunately. We're just going to be back for summer. Really? Then Durban and Johannesburg will be sunny as well. And for the other countries, London will be sunny today. So looking at tomorrow's weather and Sunday, so Saturday's weather is going to be sunny by Cape Town and Johannesburg and Durban. And then for Sunday, for Cape Town will be rainy. Except for the nice weather, the Durban and the other countries named London, United Kingdom, is partly sunny. And that's what I have for you today, and that's you for the last news weather. So back to you, Tom and Ben. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you very much, Ginger, for the weather. And that's all for your news for today again.
And for more information, check on our UK's website, bbcnews.com, for videos, news and more for their real website for the other country news.
So guys, notice that tomorrow is our final news for April, because the other news for 2026 or maybe 2027 will be more soon.
I need to figure it out. So anyways, I'm Tom.
And I'm Ben. Thanks for watching, have a nice weekend, and I'll see you for the final news tomorrow. Goodbye.